Hello, this is Shadow the Rat, and I'm back with another cage tour of my rat's single critter nation. So let's take a look inside. Now I just want to warn you that it's a little bit messier this week just because I'm actually recording it right before cage cleaning instead of right after it. So this is actually what the cage usually looks like after about 2 weeks of being inhabited by the rats. So the first thing you notice inside the door is my double wire shelf. I've just covered both of the wire levels with some fabric that I interwove between the bars. And I've noticed the rats really like to sit there, munch on things, or just sleep there. Okay, now we'll start with the bottom of the cage. So here we have these two wooden bridges. First you can see the really long one up front that the rats like to chew on. And next to it you can see the rainbow colored one, which just has lots of these painted wooden pieces on it. Under the bridge you can see this nice long tunnel that I made for my rats. As you can see, they've chewed on it quite a bit, and I just made it by taping together 3 of these Gerber puff cans. Next to the tube, you can see one of my rats' food bowls. This is the largest one, and it just contains some of their oxbow rat food. In the very back, you can see this hay hut I got from Petco. The rats really seem to enjoy ripping it apart and taking little pieces of the hay to use as nesting material. Right above the log hut, you can see this zebra print hammock I have. I just put some fleece on top of it, and the rats can use that to either sleep or to get up to the next level through this little hole in the wire shelf. Next to the zebra hammock, you can see this box I have here. It's just filled with this eco-trition bedding, and I have taped the side flaps to the box, so it forms a sort of digging box for the rats. Latte and Berry have been sleeping in here a lot, and they really seem to like being able to dig inside the box and move all their bedding around. Now next to the digging box you can see my hanging basket. I just hung this up with some safety clips, and I put some substrate with some fleece on top of it in here. I've noticed that Cream and Cookie like to sleep inside the basket, so I've been putting it in different places of the cage each time. And beneath the basket you can see one of my rats' favorite toys, their Sputnik or Space Pod. If you don't have one of these for your rats, I definitely recommend it because my girls really enjoy spending time inside of there. And the last thing on the bottom is my rat's 5 plastic water bottles. You can see 3 are attached to the door here with a lava ledge in between, and 2 are inside the cage next to one of my wooden bridges. So now we'll move to the top of the cage. And the first thing you can see on the second level of the cage is this tiny food dish with some more oxbow in it, and this little half lava ledge that broke off one of my lava ledges and I've been keeping in the cage as a chew toy. And right behind the small food bowl you can see one of my rat's bendy bridges. This is just here to provide them some cover on top of the cage. As you can see, they really like chewing inside of it, and also find that sometimes they like to sleep up here. And behind the bendy bridge you can see one of these wooden ledges. This is just for Berry, who likes to sleep and chew on this all the time. The other rats like it some, but Berry definitely likes it the most. So for the meantime, I'm going to continue keeping this in the cage. And in the very center of the upper level you have this pink igloo. This is just another thing to provide some cover for the rats. Right in front of the igloo you have another of these small hammocks I made just by taking these small patches of fabric I got from Joann's on sale and attaching them with some safety clips to the wires of the cage. As you can see with this one, I put some fabric in the center for the rats to burrow and move around, and they really seem to like these mini hammocks, so I'm going to continue putting them up in the cage. To the right of the hammock you can see this mini bendy bridge. I just set this up so that the rats could crawl under it, even though only the babies can really fit there. But yeah, sometimes I notice them sitting under it or just sitting on top of it, so it's just another addition to the cage. And finally, I thought I'd show how both these levels connect. Since I actually have a add-on unit, it came with this pan that has a hole in it for the rats to come to the second level. And I had originally ordered another one of these Critter Nation shelves, but unfortunately when they sent me the wire metal frame, they didn't send me the top plastic part. So instead I decided to just combine these 2 frames together and tape my original pan onto it to create a second level. Now they did end up sending me the second shelf, the plastic part, a little bit later, so I'm probably going to use it in my next cage, but for now I think the rats really enjoyed having a second level. So here's an overview of their cage. I really think it came out great this time, and the rats really enjoyed having a second level for once. However, next time I'm probably going to take out the level just because it doesn't really fit into the cage. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. See you next time.